Welcome back to Eden Prairie, Game 2 of the Easton Cup. Blades coming off a good win last night against the SDP Elite team. Looking to tune it up again here against MN Lakers team. I believe they're a 2014 team. They're probably a little bit bigger. A reminder that pool play has the Blades matched up against the MN Lakers Northern Wings team that they'll play later this afternoon. Of course, the SDP team that they running times yesterday. Story was that the SDP team actually hadn't lost a game in their AAA season yet so far, so we were the first one to hand it to them, and by a good margin yesterday. So we'll see if we can continue that trend today. Blades in their black sweaters, MN Lakers looking like the Showtime Lakers of the 80s in yellow jerseys this way. We're stuck in Eden Prairie's Rink 2, so you'll have to bear with us on the visuals. Try and follow the puck to the best of our ability. Coaches O'Leary, Jensen, Sauer behind the bench as always. About a minute and 45 seconds. I could run you through the roster as I see them. Jimmy Peterson is 27. Jackson Kennedy is 62. Cody Bryan is 23. 87 is Briggs Borgster. 81, Colton Stewart. Number 9, Paxton James. Cash Gadbury is 3. J.P. Carey is 14. Lex Sauer is 29. Vinny Johnson's 15. 39 is Griffin O'Leary. Number 10 is Freddie Jensen. Cody Bryan's 23. John Pitcho is 8. Between the pipes, Sejun Lippert, 36. I've been informed that a different camera view of the first goal against Lippert last night suggests that there was some clear goalie interference. So refs should have caught that. I should have caught that. There's always a reason to Sejun to stop one because he usually stops them all, right? So let's see if we can get you a better look today. But we'll do our best. Should be a fun one. 17 seconds for this end of season, end of AAA season. Tilt. Lakers. Blades. We'll drop it in just 5 seconds here. Let's go Blades. See you in a moment. One, two, three Blades. They've rallied around Lippert. We'll get out there and get some final words of wisdom from Coach Joe Jensen. 15 minutes on the game clock. I believe the periods are 2 minutes here in tournament play. They'll skate out Colton Stewart, Lex Sauer, Freddie Jensen, Vinny Johnson, And Jackson Kennedy to defend. Jackson on the right, Vinny on the left. Freddie will center these boys up. And we'll see what we got. Off the drop. Jensen steps up, plays it back, picked up by the Lakers. They drop it in. Kennedy there first. Kennedy pressed up. Stewart puts it behind the net for Kennedy. Kennedy up the boards, trying to hit. Sauer gets to him. Sauer finds it, sends it out. Just out of the reach of Jensen, who wanted to go for a run there. But pressure from Stewart, but they swing it by him. They make an entry into the zone. This is Cole who ran into Jensen for a second, but he picked it right back up. He wants to go for a run. He beats a few, and he's broken up before he can make an entry. A right back from Gadbury. Jensen at the blue line. Checked up with Stewart. Dropped in by Sauer. We'll get a change. It's Bryant, Pitko, and O'Leary as Gadbury holds him at the blue line. Cross ice. O'Leary takes it. He looks up. He's trying to bank it to Pitko out of his reach. Icing. It's the call. Okay, O'Leary on the dot has Pitko and Brian to his left, Gadbury and JP Carey are defenders. Slapped aside by O'Leary. Right there. Picked up by Carey. Forced to Brian. Brian to O'Leary. O'Leary looking up. Controlling the puck. Looking for someone to show. He's going to use his defender, Gadbury, right back to O'Leary. Back to Gadbury. Swung towards the net. Rebound out front. Turned aside. Try and push it up the boards. Pitko waiting for it to kick out. It's Bryant. He's working it. O'Leary and Bryant in the corner. Swungs to Carey. Carey's got a look here. Carey fires in the net. JP puts it in. Nifty shot. Defender JP Carey puts it in for the Blades' first goal. Didn't really mark him. Kind of had some room to walk in well into the zone there, and so JP makes him pay. 1-0 Blades. Kennedy quickly to Jancy. Looks up. Jans swung across. He's trying to hit streaking full Stewart. Flipped out by the Lakers. They'll try and break the other way nullified easily by Kennedy. Kennedy swings it around to Peterson. Jimmy got a touch on it. Jancy up the boards for Stewart. But Stewart races by us. Stewart in the zone, 1-on-3. He holds off, looking for a centering pass. Peterson there. Peterson nearly backhanded that in. Stepped up was Kennedy. He shovels it into the corner. By Jans. Jans gets it. Feeds Kennedy. Sorry, that was Borgstad there at the circle. Back the other way come the Lakers. They're tied up easily. Swung out. Jans leaves it for for Stewart. Stewart racing, and Stewart on the brakes. Turns. He's upended before he can get a shot off. Plays it back in the zone. Get fresh legs on here. Jansen, O'Leary, and Sauer up front. Poked away. Nice poke check by O'Leary. They move the puck up the boards. Out of reach of O'Leary. Gadbury racing. Cash wants to go. Gadbury on his backhand, looking for someone to show. He'll control it out to Johnson. Johnson swings it back to Elmo. Okay, they're trying to break the other way. Held up by Johnson at center ice. Now swung into the zone to the left of Lippert. Trying to hit The outlet to Jensen, one go. Back up the board to Gadry. Lakers right back in. Blocked by, I believe, O'Leary. Could have been Gadry. Pitko lifts his stick, leaves it for O'Leary. Oh, I thought he got in early. I did not think that. Get a good look at the face-off here as we're ringside. Looking at Colton. Colton wins it to Jono. John kept in. Held up by Peterson, racing in Stewart and Bryant. Pitko poked out for Peterson. Peterson. Puck chipped up, knocked out of the zone. Peterson back for it. Jimmy pressed up. He'll use Carey. Carey quickly up for Bryant. Bryant's got a little bit of a lane here. Watch Bryant go. Bryant Stewart swings it all the way across. Stepped up, easily kept in by Peterson. Carey had been watching. Stayed back instead of stepping up. That's fine. Peterson now back for it. Peterson will quickly play it up for Bryant around the wing. Sandro. Midfield pressures. Low. And they'll swing it in deep. Carey there. Stuck in the corner. Pressed out by Jans for Stewart. Jans on the lean. Still got it. Plays his defender. That's Kennedy through traffic. Bouncing puck gloved up by the Lakers. 9:22. O'Leary now on for the draw. Check that. That's Borg said to take it. O'Leary set to his right. Lakers trying to control it. Pressed out. Kennedy will be back to it. It's an icing call. They're calling off somehow. Back the other way. With speed. O'Leary and Jan. Try and close out O'Leary. But he's got it right back. O'Leary had to dangle him by the doorstep. He's got it again. Griff. Worked with Johnson, perhaps. No, holds off. Gets Jans. Jans catches up to it. Breaks. Digging down. Backhands it to Borgstad. Can't get shot off yet. This is O'Leary. No. Kennedy has it. Kennedy's got some space and time. Fired. Through traffic. Kicked away. Far side boards. Maneuvering is O'Leary. Drops it for Johnson. Johnson makes a move. Watch this. Vinny fires into the netting off the deflect. Vinny scored another one yesterday. Similar fashion. They just gave him a little space. He made a good move. Actually had an assist. It was an assist. It was an excellent pass. He walked his way in and put it right on the doorstep. Forget to who. It was a lot of goals yesterday, but nifty play. All right. Lakers trying to break on Sauer. Stops him from doing so. Stewart battling in the corner. Flipped out Carey in his skates. I'll get a penalty on Carey. Meanwhile, Gadbury and Lippert turn it aside. So we'll get our first penalty. Carey with the hold. And we'll have to kill 2-minute spot here with 7:57 in the first. Bodie and John talking strategy. They're on with Johnson and Gadbury. In the corner for Cash. Swung out. It'll go the distance. Bryant with speed will get there. But we'll put pressure on him in any event. Pitko steals it. Pitko fed across on his backhand. Walks in. Backhand wouldn't go. coming back the other way. 3-on-2. Lakers gather, settle it down and work. Got a cross, pitch go to check it. Swung all the way wide of Lippert. Bryant working now. Bryant chasing. Could go Jefferson. And tied up by Lippert. 110 remains on the penalty to carry. Jans O'Leary on up front. Peterson and Kennedy. Your defenders. O'Leary battled his way through it. Kennedy picks it up. Jackson backhands it up, but intercepted by the Lakers. They're on their turn. They put it out to the defender. Quickly cycled out to the defender. Down low. Back to the defense. O'Leary out there to check him. Griff. It trickles in. Here behind the play. O'Leary had checked him, but Lippert able to stop most of it. It actually just trickled in. He stopped most of that one. They're all tied up here on a power play goal from the Lakers. Gadbury picks it up. Gadbury looking for Jans against the boards. Gets to him. But taken by the Lakers, turned aside. Pad save by Lippert. Not able to poke it out yet. Now out. O'Leary can't swing it by him, but Johnson helps me, shovels it by him. O'Leary worked his way in, but picked up by the Lakers behind their own net. Gadbury there. Gadbury stepped up, shoveled it down low. Swings all the way around for O'Leary. Griff got a piece of it, got the rest there. Griff, good hot shot. Rebound out front. Tied up by the Lakers tender. All right, we're all tied up here. We'll get a look at Jensen with Sauer and Colton Stewart. Johnson and Gadbury stay on to defend. Stewart on the draw. Johnson controls. Swings it down low. Jensen will have to contest it. Bad angle here. Shot. Turned aside. That's Gadbury on the blast. The outlet pass. Deflected. Works with corner. Picked up. Helpfully by Gadbury. It's Johnson at the blue line. Johnson makes the turn. Feathered on down through. Actually got to the net. Jensen took a swing at it, but it was on its edge. Gadbury through traffic. Sauer was in the vicinity there. Johnson trying to press it. He poked it away. Kept in by Jensen. Huh. It's called a hand pass. Then we'll go all the way down for Bryant, O'Leary, and Pitko. Carey and Peterson. Okay. Off the break, O'Leary. Wins to Carey. Carey swings it wide. Peterson quickly for Bryant. Bryant trying to backhand it out. Tied up. Pitko played it out. Center ice. Carey collects it again. Carey this time out of reach of Peterson. Should be something good. It should be a 2-on-1 the other way. Fed across. Pitko puts it in the net. Pitko from O'Leary. Nice little sauce pass by Griff. Pitko buried it home. .441 in this. In the first still. Johnson with the puck. Played in. Oaks. Not able to carry it in yet is Stewart, but he'll line. He's obviously a good skater. Let's watch him. Stewart into the zone, puts pressure on. Stewart chases him in. Gets a piece of him. Coming back the other way with speed. It looked like Swan, who's a Tonka product. Blade's not able to play it out yet. Now, Jeff Stu picked up by Jam. Pax on the run. Pax crosses up. Stewart in the net. Goal from Pax Jams. Stewart, a no-doubter. Buries it far side. 31. Good. Blade suddenly rolling a little bit. Need to keep the pressure on, no doubt. On the draw was O'Leary. Caught up at center ice for a moment. Sauer. Fury quickly to Jensen at center ice. Jensen walking in. Freddie. Fired behind the net. Held up by O'Leary. Leary wants to go. No, Gadbury there. Gadbury with a look through traffic. Puts the fourth Blades goal in. That's Gadbury from O'Leary. 4-1. That's 3 quick goals for the Blades. Make it 4-1 with 3:27 to go. Back for Jimmy. Peterson winds. Taken away with the Lakers. Good look for them. Puts it right at net. They went far side on Lippert. So, 2-goal lead for the Blades. Stewart. Bryant and Pitko. Pitko slowed it down. Racing the other way. Johnson, man on Johnson, bodies him off the puck. Pitko feathered it across, but behind Bryant. Shoveled towards the net. Turnaround shot. Nearly went. Racing over with speed was Gadbury. Winged wide. That was a good look on Lippert there. Belongs to the defense. Stepping up with Bryant into the lane. Bagged off. This is Stewart. Stewart trying to center it up. Couldn't poke it across. Pitko makes a move. Controls the puck. Comes back the other way. Johnson, Gadbury. Gadbury plays him wide. Lakers hold off, and Bryant centered up. Fired right out by O'Leary, I believe. Turnover in the zone. Actually got by Peterson. Kerry has to get back to it. And poked away by Lippert. Good aggressive maneuver by Lippert. Jans has to get to it. Jans trying to play it up to O'Leary. O'Leary does get it. He's got it in his own corner. Brings it wide for Kerry. Kerry lifts up. He's got to go up to Borgstad. Borgstad chips it out. O'Leary and Jans, the 2-on-1 the other way. Deflected before he could center it up to Jans. Borgstad now working. Jans controlling in the corner. Will swing it up to his defense. No, turn around. Breakout comes the other way. Carey and Peterson. Carey gets a good couple pokes on it. Holds him out of the zone. They're going to catch him on a bad change here. Jams. And O'Leary. Peterson with a space. Checked into the corner. Sauer there to check it. The Lakers pick it up. 45 seconds left. Going wide. Sauer there to check him. Sauer takes it away from him. Lex crossed up to Jensen. Jensen with 35 seconds left breaks into the zone. Freddie. Backhand pass. Trying to connect with Kennedy. Uh-oh. Lakers player was behind, doing a little cherry picking. Low shot turned aside by Lippert. Hold to check him. Goes right up to the blue line, but it's held up. Johnson. There we go. Separated from the puck, from the stick, from everything. Hold. Thought he caught him leaning. Tried to fire instead of sending it to Jensen. And that'll do it. They're 4-2 Blades. See you for the second. Okay. Back for the second here. Blades will have to come out hard. No doubt. Lakers putting a good challenge out. They have some firepower. Their own, but Blades certainly do. 15 minutes as Lippert will start to make his way down the opposite end. Go Blades. They'll come out with Jensen, Sauer, and O'Leary. O'Leary on the draw. He's got Jensen to his left. Swung right back to Kennedy. Kennedy Johnson. Johnson up for Jensen. Wouldn't connect. Hardy knocks him down. O'Leary picks it up. O'Leary got it knocked away from him. Sauer takes a look at him. Gets back instead. Kennedy poked it away at center ice. Oops. Sauer presses him in the zone. Jensen knocked it away from him. Freddie battling for it along with Sauer. Pulled aside by Johnson. Down low for O'Leary. O'Leary makes some space. Griffin dangerous. Maneuvers through one, and he's upended before he could do anything with it. Coming back the other way, Lakers try and play it through the skates of Kennedy. Kennedy stopped him. Blades have it back. O'Leary turns up to Pitko. Pitko on the run. John cuts across into the zone. Offsides. They ran a change just as the puck was at the door. So 13:46. The Lakers will go for a change as well. Jans tripped. No call. Picked up by Carey. Swung aside to Gadbury. Gadbury through chain. Through traffic. Lakers come back the other way. Carey back to defend. Carey well defended. Pitko helping in the corner. Played out front. Poked away. Intercepted. Carey trying to play it up the Pitko. Screened by the ref. Jans played it up the boards. Racing is Stewart. Trailer is Jans and Pitko. Stewart in the corner. Pull up for Kennedy. Kennedy at the circle. Low shot. Lob down. They try and fire it out. Peterson will get there. Oh no, it just cut by him. Going to call off the icing as Peterson gathers it. He'll send it the distance. First there's Stewart. Stewart in the zone 3-on-2 the other way. Pull. Couple Mohawks. Circles. We'll cycle it out to Peterson. Peterson. Looping. Play into the corner. Contact in the opposite corner. Picked up. It's Kennedy with a little space to maneuver. Feeds Peterson. Peterson walks in. Peterson! Good luck for Jimmy. If the goalie didn't handle that cleanly, that was all kinds of trouble for the Lakers. 12-12. Left in the second. It's Griffin with Borgstad to his right. And Cody Bryant to the left. Right off the draw. Griff trying to feed Borgstad. Lakers come the other way. They're going to try and poke it away by Gadbury. Gadbury poked away, but not out. He's got it again. Backhanded. Or kept in by the Lakers. Gadbury trying to get to it. He'll swing it up to Borgstad. Borgie was pressured immediately. Swung wide of Lippert. Gadbury trying to poke it up to O'Leary. Sorry, Bryant. Bryant's got the puck. Bryant's going to bank it off. So O'Leary couldn't get a clean carry. Breaking the other way. Lakers trying to get loose. Trying to hit Swan on the backside. Instead, we're going to break the other way. Just outside of Bryant's reach from Borgstad. He picked it up. They'll get checked up on sides. Bryant will put the pressure on here. Now O'Leary. Turned aside by Lippert, and he'll freeze that one. We'll get some fresh skaters on. They'll send Peterson and Carey on to defend. Set just to the right of Lippert. Colt Stewart on the draw. Sauer. Jensen set to his left. Freddie, just out of his reach. Looked like he was going to be off to the races there. They'll pressure. Okay. Hoping Peterson racing and Peterson. Nice play there. What a read. He put it where the Lakers were not. Sauer looks for a little one-on-one action. Lexi trying to get loose. He's smeared out. They'll get a call on the check. I think he's okay. He's going to take a deep breath and make his way off the bench, to the bench. He'll have drawn a 2-minute penalty. Could be a critical power play situation. Blades. We'll keep you posted on Lex. Coach checking on him. He's going to be all right. Tough kid. Try and make good on it here with Johnson. O'Leary. Griff surveying the options. Kept in by Kennedy at the blue line. Kennedy. Feed across. Johnson with room to run. He had a good look at it. A lot of focus there for a moment. Try and get that figured out and dialed in for you. Off the break. Lakers control it, but right to Johnson. Vinny. For Borgie. Kennedy. in the net. It's O'Leary, I believe. Having a little focus issue here. A power play goal they make good on Sauer's sacrifice. And put it up 5-2. I believe that was Griff. Good puck movement, I think. Okay, Gadbury to Carey. Carey banks it off, but not out. Pitko, it's got to be an offside if the Lakers touched it. Pitko pushed off the puck, poked away. Carey there. Carey played it up and in. Kept in by Gadbury. Gadbury down low for Pitko. He gathers it, makes a move. He'll feed back to Gad. Pash comes out the other way. Easily handled by Carey. JP for Bryant. Bryant banked out for Pitko. Pitko trying to catch him sleeping. Oh, picked up by Bryant. Here comes Bodie Bryant. He puts it on Colton Stewart's stick. Stewart just winged high. Pitko there first. Pitko banks it off down low. What the heck's going on? Too close to the glass there. Sorry. Winding. Stewart. Stewart makes room. Shoveled wide. Gadbury held off on the stepping. They'll all get on sides and come back into the zone. Nice play by Jensen. Freddie, here he comes. Jensen getting loose. Played into the corner. Freddie had the good steal there. Peterson stepped way up for it. Sauer. Looking no worse for the wear. They'll ice this one and retry it. 8-12. Lex looking just fine. Face off. First Sauer. Freddie set to his left. One back to Kennedy. Kennedy gathers it. Puts it on the stick of Peterson. Drift. From Kennedy. Kennedy through traffic. Heck of a screen situation there. They try and swing it out. Offsides. They won't call it. Lippert. Right there for it. It looked like an offside situation. Pitko, Jan's Stewart centering them. Poked this side for a moment. Pitko pressured them. Puck picked up by Stewart. Pitko crossed him up. He's drilled. And we'll get the penalty. So Pitko draws the penalty. Blades trying to add to their 3-goal lead here. Quickly out for Stewart. Stewart back down low for Gadbury. Gadbury looking for Jensen. Freddie. Low shot. Where is it? Little bit of jostling in the corner. Couple of jabs from the Lakers. Sauer having none of it. Pitko leaves it for Stewart. Stewart winds. The option is Gadbury. Back to Stewart. Gadbury turns. Sorry. Stewart turns to Gadbury. Gadbury bouncing puck deflected. Pitko caught up to it. Puck was nowhere near loose. I mean, nowhere near tied up. We got a quick whistle from the ref. God knows why. Jensen and Pitko chatting about the option here. One right back to Stewart. Stewart maneuvers. Gadbury. Down low for Jensen. Freddie walking in. Freddie fires. Swung wide. Stewart there first. Stewart. Pitko. Back for Gadbury. Gadbury walking in. Here comes Cash. Through traffic. Knocked down. Some fresh legs. Still 109. Plenty of time left in the power play. Some good opportunities for the Blades there. They'll talk about it. Griffin will take the draw. Swung the distance. Lippert out there to check it. Lippert leaves it for Kennedy. Kennedy breaks, puts it out ahead of O'Leary. Picked up and turned around, or picked up right away by Kennedy. Jackson in the zone with O'Leary. Jackson leaves it. Borgstad, Borgie, O'Leary. O'Leary. Now we're set up here. Kennedy. Kennedy will run it. Oh, backhand pass, turnaround shot. Swipe that, turned aside. Borgstad for O'Leary. O'Leary. Jackson, Kennedy. Kennedy through traffic. Johnson, Kennedy. For Johnson. Vinny makes space. Johnson. Oh, he was looking for Borgstad down low. That was, I think, very similar to what they did yesterday. See if they do it again with 6 seconds left on the power play. This is O'Leary. So nasty. And another quick whistle. I mean, just the quickest whistle of all time. .523. That was a power play goal. The refs with a real quick whistle there, as it was nowhere near tied up. Cody Bryant, all kinds of trips. We're trying to chip it out. Bryant all over it. Bryant, Pitko. Pitko looks up for Cole. Pitko fired low shot. Didn't kick out front. Jimmy there. Jimmy loops it on towards the net. Bouncing puck. Scooped up by the goaltender. 5:01. Stewart was set up on the dot. Holton played it behind the net. He'll look up for an option. That option tipped wide. That was Brian and Pitko there. Peterson came right in for it. Brian on the back check. Peterson racing back. Carey nullified him against the far boards. Swings wide. Bryant there to check it. Bryant takes it away. Holton and Pitko in the vicinity. Carey defending. Turned away by Lippert. Interference call. On Peters. So that'll put Blades on a kill here with 4:13 in the second. One behind the net for Gadbury. Gadbury banked it off the glass. Played out well by Sauer. pressured them in the zone. Intercepted easily by Johnson. Played out by Jensen. Jensen there first is Lex. Lex winds. Gets to the puck. He'll try and tie it up. Smart play. Lex is really good at that stuff. Lex had it for a moment. Nearly flipped out in front of Jensen. Jensen works for it. Good job, Freddie. Putting tremendous pressure on the kill here. Johnson float him up. All kinds of plays there to stop the Lakers drive, but they control it. They make a turn, swan into the net. Power play goal. Swan came across and put a low shot far side on Lippert. So two goal lead. They'd go racing around trying to cause a turnover. With speed, held him off. Jan's there, swings by him. Stepped up there by Carey. Carey looking for an option to show out front. Carries the puck. Carey put it on net. Jan's near the puck. Or in the opposite corner for Carey. I'll call it icing. 2:20 in the second. Stewart trying to get it to Bornstad. Fed to Johnson. Johnson, a little bit of room. Knocked down by Bryant. Good hand-eye. Cody's a good baseball player. Stewart, dangerous. This is Gadbury in the net. Cash Gadbury. Good screen out front. But Gadbury had a lot of velocity on that shot anyway. Went top shelf right. Casher puts the blades back up by three. Lakers. Pressured by Jensen again. Race through center ice. They'll play it into the corner. Dump and chase. Blades get there first with Gadbury. Jensen trying to pull it loose. Lakers gather it, but Gadbury right there to take it away. Cash looking for Sauer. Stewart there. Stewart trying to pull it loose. Lakers taken away by Sauer. Sauer trying to feed it up to Colton. Not able to do it. Play back. Uh-oh. A little bit of trouble here. 3-on-1. Right over with Johnson to just shut him down. And it's out of the zone the other way. Vinny, critical defensive play there with 50 seconds left to go in the second. Up the boards. Stewart there. Swan. Poked away by Gadbury. Jensen looking up the boards. Freddie hammered from behind before he could play it up the boards. Seemed like we had numbers. We'll get a penalty out of it. So, good option for the Blaze to add to the lead here. Bolt Stewart. Or Bodie Bryant, I believe. Made quick work of that power play. He had a good look at it. The time to kind of chew it through and think about it. He doesn't miss many of those, right? It's back for Jimmy. James behind his own net for Carey. Out of his reach, but Bryant there to helpfully get involved. Borgstad one-on-one. Borgstad is dangerous. Fed it right back to Stewart, who got hammered as he tried to play it. Nice little feed by Borgstad. Forces the hook. And the Lakers on Stewart. Stewart making a beeline for that one. My money is that he would have put it in if he weren't interfered with. So we're carried into the third, 4-goal lead. Been a little bit more of a battle than the first game. Blades have to work in the third to finish this one out. Some sharpshooters. Sharpshooters here for the Lakers. They can put it in if given the opportunity. So we'll have to be mindful of that as we carry it on to the third. All right, third period action here. Stewart, I think, has a couple of goals. Not sure who else has more than one. But pretty good distribution in goals. Otherwise, Sauer on the drop. Sauer, Pitko, and Jensen. Gadbury. Stewart. Bounces over Gadbury's stick at the blue line. Gadbury maneuvering. Walking his way in. Gadbury breaks. Crossed up to Stewart. Taken away from him. Looking to come the other way. Poked away. Wide. Jensen looks up for an option. It's Lex had Pitko for a moment. Stewart with the puck feeds Gadbury. Gadbury crosses it up for Jensen. Jensen with a clean look. Jensen, short side, Pitko rebound, slams at it. Good thought by Freddie. Had some room short side. Pitko with a look at it, but tied up by the Lakers. Tender. One back for Kennedy. Kennedy Johnson, no, holds off. Feeds down low for Bryant, who eventually gets to it. It's behind the net now. Jan's got a piece of it. Shifted all the way down to Lippert. Lippert leads it for Johns. Vinny. O'Leary. Griff. Oh, what a feed out front. It sits there on the crease for a moment or two. Bryant, go look at it. Kept out by the Lakers. Kennedy quickly over for Johnson. Vinny breaks at the center line. Touchdown. Johnson was stolen to the corner. Yes. By Johnson. I should do it for the kill for the Lakers anyway. Cole racing with Pitko. Cole. Oh. Played it to his forehand and tried to just flip it over the goaltender's hands. Lakers had it for a minute. $12:22. Pitko leaves it for Peterson and then shifted out by Stewart. Chase is Borgstad. Borgstad, Pitko, putting Chase on Pitko in the corner. Upended by O'Leary, by Carey. Carey. Pitko takes it away behind the net for a moment. Peterson stepped right up to it. Good job, Jimmy. Easily picked off by Borgstad. Played around. Comes out. Icing. Change of personnel with 11:41. 11:41 in the third. Blades with a 4-goal lead. Competitive game all the same. Freddie. Drive back for Gadbury. Gadbury puts it in the corner. Griff tried to poke it up to Johnson. Can't keep it in. Okay. Back the other way. Gadbury already back. The blue line. Bryant tried to play it out. Wide of Lippert. Bounces behind him. Flipped out by O'Leary trying to hit Jensen, but not able to connect there to exit the puck. Johnson there trying to flip it up the floor. Backed out a couple times by Bryant. Now played out to the blue line. Sees Johnson now for Bryant, not out. Turned aside by Lippert. Looks up. Here's Gadbury. He looks for Jensen. Back the other way. Lakers walking. One timer turned aside or deflected. Johnson wants to go. Vinny. Left it for Bryant. Bodie put a good shot on. Shoulder to side. Back for Gadbury. Gadbury has already got one. Knocked down. Nice little knock out front. Not sure if that was Jensen or O'Leary that got a stick on it, but it was well deflected. Here's Gadbury with a clean look. Gadbury races in tons of space. Gadbury. Unmarked. Gets to walk right down through the slot. Gadbury. They just didn't touch him. If you're not going to guard Staff Cadbury, you'll find the puck in the net. It's 8-3. Nice defensive play by Kennedy the other way. Lakers trying to center it up, but too many blades there to take it. The foot race, Borgstad presses the puck up. Outlet pass tipped in. Peterson up for Bryant. Bryant and Stewart there. Borgstad also their forward partner. Nowhere to go there. Team defense of the Blades shuts down the Lakers with 9:09. Stewart, a lot of centering options, but slipped through a couple of them. Back the other way, Swan for the Lakers winds his way across. He scored a couple of their goals. Deflected by Jans, turned aside by Pitko. Pitko, this is pressed up, racing ahead. Stewart, Pitko, cross to Jansi. He's smeared out behind the net. Pitko tried to pull it loose. It's Jans again. Jans tried to center it up to Pitko. O'Leary instead will control it. Taken away by Jans. Jans. Pitko fed to O'Leary. No. Swan races the other way. Gadray poked it away. Nice work by Cash. Ready? Thinking about it. Gary stepped way up for it. Wade's buzzing around and trying to corral it. Fired wide of Lippert. Tied up in the corner, Bryant there. Lakers take offense to carry. Too bad. 7:06. Got a defensive face-off for Borgstad. Stewart, Pitko, Johnson, Kennedy. Kennedy, nice little maneuver there. Borgie feathered it up. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Pitko racing with Colt. Pitko. Back to Stewart. Stewart turning surface. Back down. Stewart. Backhands across. Johnson. Didn't get all of it. Stepped up as Kennedy. Down low for Stewart. Pitko. Back out. Kennedy. Looping shot. Sits on the doorstep for a second. Johnson. Good control. Great recovery by Johnson. Keeps it in the zone. Pitko swiped at it. Stewart has it again. Cole out front. Borgstad and Pitko trying to corral it. Borg for Stewart back to Borgie. Borgie will feed Stewart. Johnson through traffic. Out front, Pitko. Get a quick whistle on it. Pitko with a couple bites of the apple there. O'Leary. Jans to his left. Jensen to his right. Jansy. O'Leary. Out front, Jensen. Oh, I thought that was going in. Carey with it at the blue line. Carey crossed it up, down low. Jensen again, almost. Freddie backhands it across. It's Carey. Carey with the look. Fires. Hot shot by Carey. No. Shooting gallery for Jensen. Oh, knocked away. Nice step up by Carey there in the opposite corner. Try it again. Gets by him. And, man, there's a barrage of shooting being done by the Blades on that one. Lakers with a mercy icing. We're under 5 minutes here. Blades with a 5-goal lead. 5-goal lead. Stewart, Bryant, and Sauer. Gadbury, and Johnson. Poked. Oh, nearly poked us. Sauer. Good jump over his stick. Kept in. Gadbury. Basher. Down low. Stopped by Brian. Taken away. Sauer mixing it up as he's known to do. Back the other way. Gadbury cancels them out. He's getting harassed all the way, but well done. Bryant up for Lex. Lex breaks in the corner. Gadbury. Johnson sent it wide. Should go there first. Pitco banked off behind the net. Oh, with a look. Here comes Lex. Feeds out front Johnson. That was a good setup. Pitco to Lex to Johnson. I thought that would have a goal written on it. We'll be back with Vinny. Vin on to Pitco. Pitco trying to chip it across. Got to Carey. Carey pokes it on ahead. Carey will race. Carey tests him. Taken away by so we'll shift out Gadbury for Peterson. You'll see one by Borgstead out front to Pitco. Pitco got a piece of it. Peterson knocked down. And Kennedy to collect it. Jackson. Donald. Off the glass, deflected. Back for Kennedy. Kennedy. Peterson. Peterson shoots. Wide. Kicks out to Kennedy again. Kennedy down low. Borg is there. Carey. Borg set up to Kennedy. Yes. Jackson holds. Brings it down low. Pitco. Pitco will look for Borgstad. Borgstad. Kennedy. Pitco. For Peterson. Peterson puts in the opposite corner. Borgstad there first. Borgstad holds off on the deep pass, but it gets Kennedy anyway. Jackson down low for Carey, who's lurking. Carey. Pitco to help it. Pitco. Swings it out for Kennedy. Jans. Still controlling it. Get back to Kennedy. Kennedy's got some time. Looping shot. Deflected high. Pitco turns. Tried to catch the goalie sleeping. Went off a skate. Freddie the other way. Freddie centering pass to Jans. Not bad knock on. Pressure's been relentless here from the Blades. I think they've finally worn down the Lakers. They haven't had much fast break action of late, and we're nearly at the 1 minute mark in the third. Turning is Jensen, left for O'Leary maneuvering. Oh, nice speed to Peterson, but he's a little behind on his skates. Oh, they race the other way. O'Leary already back. Peterson had gotten back as well, under 50 seconds now. Lippert turned it away. Going it the opposite way. Griff calmly plays it out of his own, right on Jensen's stick. Jensen working his way down. Freddie still got it. Jensen for Johnson. Johnson backside. Gadbury maneuvering. Gadbury out front. Oh, almost. That'll do it. Johnson and this one. And the Blades come away with another good one there. Little squirrelier team in the Lakers and the STP squad, but a victory all the same. 5 goals is the difference. Blades victorious in their second game here of the Easton Cup. They'll go into an evening game, I believe it's 6:15 or so. Evening game against the Northern Wings. Collection of kids from northern towns. So you'll see some gritty hockey, no doubt. We'll see you for the nightcap. But Blades win this one. 8-3 again in your final. 2-0 in pool play. And shaping up for another good solid weekend for the Blades here. So we'll see you for the next one.